between 2 and 10,000 XRP. I do think that there will be a time in the not too distant future, the next 3 to 5 years, where you will absolutely be able to meet the minimums for DAG. Think about a $10,000 XRP. I think that could happen as soon as, late this year or early 2027. And if that's the case, and you had, call it 2,000 XRP, well, we'll call it 3,000 XRP because that's what you need to be in the top 10% of wallet addresses. That'd be $30 million. Yeah, absolutely. You will definitely qualify. So, and then once it goes to 50,000, 100,000, $1 million over the long term by 2032, you would absolutely qualify. You'll be more than qualified. But again, I don't think most people are going to make it to that point. I think a lot of people are going to sell, especially if they move to no cap gains. That's going to incentivize people to sell, but they're not going to be able to value the cost to benefit. Most people look at their circumstances right now. They're not thinking 5, 10, 20, 25, 50 years from now, which is difficult to do. But if you can think in those time frames, you're going to be much more successful over the duration and, passing this on generation to generation to make sure that your family's good versus just, taking it all for yourself and messing it up and buying a bunch of liabilities that you burn through during your lifetime. And again, I'm not saying that to scare people. That is literally just 70% of people that come into money. That's what happens. Kingdom Within, very cool name. They say 2 concerns. If we have our assets with anchorage, who creates password, seed phrase, and what if quantum affects one of the sharded parts of the phrase? We lose our assets. So there are no seed phrases at anchorage. The keys are rekeyed after every single transaction. They generate new keys on each one of the wallets. So every time you send a transaction or receive a transaction, that key gets rekeyed. It is the most secure place to hold your digital assets that's out there. That's why we work with them. That's why BlackRock works with them. They've thought through a lot of this stuff at a very high level for a long, long time. That's why they're also able to garner $100 million worth of insurance on their accounts. Quantum, you'd have to have both keys exposed in order to be able to, for a quantum computer to be able to hack it. If you've sent to it and it's been rekeyed, that key is no longer exposed publicly. If you sent out of it and it's rekeyed, the outward key is no longer exposed publicly.